we do the final story. We're looking at the driver of the truck that blocked the railway line and thereby causing an accident on the Tema and Pakadan rails. The story on citynewsroom.com, it's here. The header is driver of truck involved in new train accident jailed 6 months. Now, Abel Dijoto, the driver allegedly responsible for the train accident, has been sentenced to a 6-month jail term. Now, according to Citi News, Citi News's Benjamin Aklama, Dijoto admitted guilt to 3 out of the 4 charges that were leveled against him. These charges include inconsiderate driving and causing unlawful damage. The first charge was for careless and inconsiderate driving, a violation of Section 3 of the RTA Act 683. That was in 2004. It's been amended, or as amended by Act 761 of 2008. Now, Dijoto pleaded guilty and received a sentence of 100 penalty units, equivalent to a potential 20-month prison term if not paid. Now, the second charge was for unauthorized stopping in violation of Section 19 of Act 683 of 2004, as amended by Act 761 of 2008. The Dijoto pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 20 penalty units or 5-month jail term if unpaid. The third charge was for causing unlawful damage, contrary to Section 172B of Act 2960. Dijoto pleaded guilty and received a 6-month sentence in hard labor. The fourth charge was for failing to produce a driver's license, contrary to Regulation 47.2 of LI 2180. Dijoto pleaded not guilty, asserting that his license was within the damaged vehicle. And he's been instructed to present the license to the court by May 9th, 2024, or face potential consequences. Now, the Ghana police arrested the driver of the Hyundai truck with registration number GS 901820 for allegedly causing the accident involving the newly imported train on the Tema and Pakadan railway line on Thursday. All right, so that's the story there for you. You can go on and read it on citynewsroom.com. Kabete, let me come to you on this one.
Well, kudos to the security apparatus for arresting who caused us this grave, loss. But I think there's need to ensure that there's that strong collaboration between the security forces and these our agencies when they are embarking on such exercises. Because I know very well that they organize the usual lines clearing, the normal times when we had our old railways. Because my mom was working around the CMB enclave, so as a child I was privileged to go and see some of the operations when they came all the way through Abuja, that line, to the rail station. And I had a friend there, so I visit and see some of the ways they do. They clear their lines. So I was wondering if they cleared the lines, if they didn't see.
Usually, they will have like a lead train
to
run on the lines to do that clearing.
Yeah. So I don't know, but like you said, I mean, there's a need to ensure that we clear our lines, keep security update. I mean, because bad people will always be around trying to cause problems. But it could also be, a route that they use to, avoid, sometimes the security services, smuggling routes or something. So there need to be further investigations to know why and what took him there at that particular time. Punishing offenders is also key. We should need that action to, deter people from taking such, steps that will worry us. But it's actually confusing. The whole story up and down, the Kia track itself, the type of track, and some pictures that came up which were old pictures. All these, makes it. And then when you get the political lines that were thrown in, just a railway accident that we should see the railways company coming out with the PRO. We've employed PROs for all these agencies. Let them work. Let the technical people talk. what really was the problem. Because if it's a new modern train, and then look at the lines, they say it was in a curve. When I saw the rail line in the picture, it was a straight rail line. So tell us something. Was there a defect on the train? So of course tomorrow, if somebody throws something, can we have a detection about 20 meters or 50 meters ahead that it will inform the rail controller to actually?
But they said that they hadn't deployed all the
machines
alerting systems. Yes.
Okay.
Because they were testing bit by bit. So you turn on some, you go for the run, you come back, they turn on the other ones, just to make sure that each of them are working independently, and then the whole system.
Could this one I would not take even a cock and bull story.
Really?
You fly a plane without.
That's what Amewu told us.
So hey, me, I don't hide things. That is a family stretch. I mean, married to one of my cousins. So, but let me tell you the truth. I think Honorable Amewu should come again. You really? Fly? Are you going to fly a plane without any of the functions working? You think you take that risk? You take a risk and fly a plane.
No, but that's quite different.
How?
Yeah, because when you go in the air, you are in the air.
Will you drive a car without the brake systems working?
No.
Will you drive a car without the shocks in good shape? I mean, it doesn't. Don't start that argument. You see, when we come in, like Mensah was saying, give us a little respect for us. Charlie, you see, it's not about maths, it's not about English, it's not about. It is about the IQ building. When we went to school, the studies we did, it's to actually expand our thinking.
In the conversation on Eyewitness News,
yes,
when he initially spoke, he said that the train's monitoring station actually has the capacity to detect miles ahead anything on the road.
And what happened?
Line. No, they hadn't switched them on.
That is
because
why
they are doing different.
Go to their minds.
It's called testing.
You see, health and safety. When you come from a little knowledge of health and safety, and you hear a man talk like this,
why are you struggling to believe it?
It is not a joking field. It's an engineering field. No engineer, my late boss, an engineer who was actually then the board chairman for the Ghana Railways. If he was alive, in fact, by now Dr. Markin would be turning in his grave. Because some of the things he told me about safety, you know, before you hear that a train has derailed in some part of the world, it should take something else. You see the thinking problem. What he has said implicates their integrity. You actually put a railway line into place, and you put the train on the rails. And some functions you test one, and then when you get to KJB, then you test the next function, and then when you get to Abo, you test the next function.
Oh, that's not, well.
This is a member of the Jokers Club.
Okay, thank
you. Let me finalize this one. Let me take this opportunity to congratulate all media persons, especially your good self and all your team here, on the 75th anniversary celebration of the media. I mean, you know, I've always been saying, somebody who's fighting for the good of the people. And then, so you need to actually call that utilitarian call for you people to do your job is important. We need to take advantage and also take the opportunity to tell some of the media persons, just a few of them, who are biased, who decide to talk when, you know, one ex-government is in power and decide to go totally dead and silent on the other side, and then when it flips, it's bad.
All right.
Now, finally water. I heard something yesterday. I was so panicked that the treatment that the Ghana Water Company gives to the water does not take care of hard metals. So it means, you can imagine, it explains the kidney problems and then the lungs problems that you are hearing by the day. And we need to go to the Ghana Water Company Limited. I mean, Erastus says he's asking questions, but the answers are not coming. And then an expert from Legon has said that those treatments that we are doing on the water system now does not take care of hard metals. And so some people, a few Ghanaians, are making their good money at the expense of our living.
All right.
Koku, on the railway issue.
Yeah.
All I want to say,
you say what you want to say,
is that just a simple drone flown on the rail line before the testing of the rail of the trains would have prevented all.
But we have the drones.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, we had
we've spent millions.
We had a good number of drones
spent
for the
millions to procure drones.
Let it finish.
Galamsey. No, but we know we have the drones.
Yes, to procure drones.
For the Galamsey.
And we're saying we are using drones to take medicines from Sokoban to where. all I want to say is a simple drone flown on the rail line before the testing of the trains.
In fact, even during the guy controlling the drone,
yes,
and let it go and come
right.
back.
Yes, in the process, would have prevented all this.
That's our 100 meters ahead. You can have
Or
a
would
drone
have
to do that
prevented all this, and then NDC chairman went to park this and what have you, and somebody. It's a thinking problem.
a big one.
Thank you very much.
At this point, it's a
gentlemen.
big one. The cost of a drone, you know that my son can fly a drone. You see, when you lack the capacity, get close to people who do it for free.
Okay, all right.
I have a young man who can fly this drone for free.
It's a thinking problem.
That's a 13-year-old boy sitting in my house.
It's a
He can
thinking
fly the
problem. Some
drone.
people are just not thinking.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. I'm not going to.
But you didn't say anything about your 75th anniversary.
I'm tempted
the media
to withdraw.
community. I mean,
We've had
people should have a big party so that we
Okay, you want to
we
come?
all get to the
Yes,
president.
but I think that on the celebration of the 75th anniversary of the Ghanaian media,
It's not part of the conversation we're having
yes,
this
but let's
morning.
commend you guys.
Let's commend you. I mean,
Thank
let's
you.
commend
We are
you.
grateful.
Let's commend.
Thank you very
Let's
much.
commend you guys.
Thank you very
I mean,
much. Okay.
I think the media have done fairly well. I was called the media 80% in terms of helping to sustain our democracy, especially the fight they fought to transition us from the military rule to the fourth Republican democracy. The media has continued to play its advocacy role to ensure that this fourth Republican democracy have been sustained. We also want to acknowledge the role civil society have also played, because we work hand in hand with you in that. So on the celebration of your 75th anniversary,
They are even older than Ghana.
in an election year, we just want
why?
to,
But you're older than Ghana.
in an
You're very
election
good.
year, we just want to admonish you, the media, that
You have 10 seconds, please.
this country is going to come out from these elections safely and soundly
Amen.
because of you.
Amen. By the grace of God.
Eagle
All right.
eyes.
Thank you very much to Jeffrey Capitol Kansi, who is the Executive Director of Revenue Mobilization Africa, as well as Mr. Thompson, who just wrapped up his thoughts. He's the Executive Director for the Alliance for Social Equity and Public Accountability, ASEPA.